Hi everyone, this is Miss Erin from Hauppauge Public Library, and today we are going to have Diwali Storytime and Craft. So we are going to start with reading a book, and then I'm going to go step by step with you on how to make the lotus craft that's available as a take and make at the library. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Diwali for those of you who may not celebrate it. So what is Diwali? Diwali is the Hindu festival of lights, which is celebrated by Hindus all over the world and also by people of different faiths throughout India. Diwali marks the start of the new year and celebrates the triumph of good over evil and the renewal of life. Diwali has been celebrated for a very long time, maybe thousands of years, and there are many legends behind the celebration of Diwali and different traditions depending on where you're from. But you don't need to hear about Diwali from me. Let's hear more about Diwali from Binny. So today for Diwali Storytime, we are reading Binny's Diwali, which was written by Thridi Amrigar and illustrated by Nidhi Chanani. So let's find out more about Binny's Diwali. Binny woke up happy but nervous. It was her day to share about Diwali, the festival of lights. Since her class was learning about different celebrations, her teacher, Mr. Boomer, had asked her to talk about her favorite holiday. Last month, Sarah talked about Rosh Hashanah, and today it was Binny's turn. She hoped everything would go just as she and her teacher had planned. Binny started getting ready for school. She smiled as she noticed the Indian outfit Mom and Dad had laid on her chair. Maybe it was the perfect day to wear her new blue suede shoes for good luck. Binny turned around and got a glimpse of her mom looking so beautiful in the bright red silk sari Dad had bought her for Diwali. Everybody went shopping for Diwali. Kids got new clothes and toys, parents bought each other jewelry, and friends exchanged gift baskets filled with cakes and sweets and nuts. Wearing her new clothes, Binny ran downstairs for breakfast. Instead of cereal, Mom and Dad had a treat for her. Warm jalebis, orange discs of sweetness that melted in her mouth when she bit into them, and soft, milky pedas that crumbled in her mouth and made her lick her lips. Dad quickly packed the rest for her class. May the words you speak today be as sweet as jalebis and as soft as pedas, he said. Mom drove Binny to school. Remember to tell them about the oil lamps, she told Binny as she kissed her goodbye. Good luck, Bin. You will do great. After morning circle time, Mr. Boomer called Binny's name. But when she stood before the class, a terrible thing began to happen. Suddenly, she felt so shy and scared, her mind went blank. Some of the children began to giggle. Others fidgeted, not knowing what to do. Today is Diwali, Binny said nervously. Diwali, yelled Tommy. The teacher stood up and gave the sign for quiet. Binny did want to share about her favorite holiday with her friends, but she couldn't find the words. Mr. Boomer put a kindly hand on her shoulder. Take a deep breath, he whispered. I know you can do this. Just then, Binny remembered what Mom had told her about the lamps. To celebrate Diwali, people lit little oil lamps called diyas and put them by their front doors to guide good luck into their homes and chase away the darkness. All over the world, Diwali marked the victory of goodness and light. Binny now knew what to say. Diwali is the festival of lights. It is a Hindu holiday that lasts 5 days, and it celebrates the victory of goodness and hope. She told them about the fireworks, how they whistled through the air and burst like stars in the night sky, leaving streaks of gold and red and green. She described the sparklers Dad lit in the yard, how she made figure eights with them, the golden sparks opening like a flower. Mr. Boomer brought over the streamers that Binny had made. She took out some colorful glitter and asked Juliet and Aisha to help her make them brighter. The class gathered around Mr. Boomer's desk as Binny handed him a tiny electric clay dia. The teacher turned it on. The small flickering light looked so pretty that all the children oohed and ahed. Binny told them that if, on Diwali, you looked down from an airplane, you'd see the city shine like a diamond, lights shimmering everywhere you looked. She made them close their eyes and imagine a dark sky with a million twinkling stars. Diwali is a magical time for children everywhere. Binny had one more thing to show them, the best thing of all. She took out bags of colored powder, red, blue, yellow, purple, green, and orange, and sprinkled them onto the floor. First she drew a flower with the powdered chalk. Then she used it to write, "Happy Diwali to all." The children started clapping. Binny went to her desk, and out came the box of petas and jalebis, one for each student in the class, and for Mr. Boomer too. They ate every last crumb of the sweets and smacked their lips in delight. Mmm. Romeo raised his hand. "How many festivals are there in the world?" he asked. Binny smiled. "Thousands of them," she said, "and they are all beautiful in their own way." Mr. Boomer leaned over to Binny and said, "Great job." She grinned from ear to ear. Binny walked home that day celebrating her own victory of goodness and light. The spirit of Diwali was real. The story of the oil lamps had chased away her own fears. Everyone loved Diwali, this wonderful festival of lights. And that was Binny's Diwali. Now that we've read our story, it's time to move on to the craft. So the Diwali-inspired Take and Make craft is a paper lotus. So in your Take and Make kit, you will find 3 pieces of blue paper, all with pre-printed petal shapes on them, a small piece of yellow paper with a pre-printed circle, and a glue stick. To make this craft, you will also need a pair of scissors. So let's get started. Take your scissors and begin carefully cutting out all of the pre-printed shapes. There are 7 petal shapes and 1 circle. Don't worry if they aren't perfect. No flower is. Ask an adult for help if you have any trouble. Once all of your shapes are cut out, you can begin making your lotus. Lay out all of the shapes on the table in front of you and make sure you have your glue stick. The first step is to find the dark blue petal that is larger than the others. This will be the petal that goes in front in the middle. Lay that petal on the table in front of you. Then take one of the medium blue petals and lay it over the large petal like this. This is what it looks like from the front. When you are happy with the position of the petal, glue it into place. Then take the other medium blue petal and glue it on the other side. Next, take the light blue petal and position it like this. Once you are happy with the position, glue it, and then glue the other light blue petal onto the other side. You can check the position before you glue each one by carefully lifting and looking at the front. Keep building the petals on each side until you have used all of the petals. Once all of the petals are glued, carefully turn the flower over. Glue the yellow circle at the bottom of the lotus like this. Your lotus is now complete. Be sure to give it time to dry. So once you've given the glue on your lotus plenty of time to dry, you can hang it anywhere you would like. You can hang it in your room, in the living room, on the refrigerator, anywhere that you want to make beautiful for Diwali. Thank you so much for watching this video program. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy Diwali. Take care. Bye. Other books on Diwali available at the library or online through Overdrive, Libby, or Tumble Books include Archie Celebrates Diwali, Shubh Diwali, and Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, feasts, and family.